last lecture, we had discussed about the Rutherford model, his drawback, his postulate, observations and his limitations. Now, today we are going to discuss a new theory regarding the structure of atom, which is a very important and very valid theory. अभी तक इस theory का कोई drawback हमारे पास नहीं है. This is the most verified law given by Neils Bohr. Okay, so this theory is given by Neils Bohr. Neils Bohr's model of atom or theory of atom. So Neils Bohr actually overcome the limitations of Rutherford. Already Rutherford had done the experiment. उनका जितना भी चीज़ था सब वैलिड ही था. जो उनकी गड़बड़ी थी उसको ओवरकम करके नील बोर ने अपनी थ्योरी दी प्लस रदरफोर्ड की जो सही थ्योरी थी उसको एक्सेप्ट किया एंड ही हैड गिवन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम व्हिच इज वेरी वैलिड टिल दिस डेट. ओके, नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द नील बोर्स मॉडल ऑफ एटम. बट बिफोर दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू रिमाइंड यू अबाउट द ड्रॉबैक ऑफ रदरफोर्ड थ्योरी. According to Rutherford, electron revolves around the nucleus, that is the central part, because it is oppositely charged. But according to Planck-Maxwell theory, when a charged particle moves in a circular path, it radiates some amount of energy and ultimately it will fall in the center. Clear? So, Neils Bohr overcome that problem and he just defined, he has given several postulates which is very correct. The first postulate given by Neils Bohr is electrons revolve around the nucleus in a discrete path called as orbit or shell or energy level. So this is the first postulate of Neils Bohr, that is electron do revolve around the nucleus because it is negatively charged, but it revolve in a discrete path and this path are called as orbit, shell or energy level. हर इलेक्ट्रॉन न्यूक्लियस के चारों तरफ घूमता है एंड जिस रास्ते में वो घूमता है वो कुछ खास एनर्जी वाला होगा एंड ये जो रास्ता है उसको हम ऑर्बिट, शेल या एनर्जी लेवल बोलते हैं. दिस इज द फर्स्ट पोस्टुलेट ऑफ नील्स बोर. नाउ द सेकंड, ईच ऑर्बिट हैज some fixed amount of energy therefore it is called as energy level. That's why it is called as energy level. That's why it is called as energy level. And the electrons will not radiate any energy while revolving. Around the nucleus. Okay, so रदरफोर्ड का जो ड्रॉबैक था, रदरफोर्ड का ड्रॉबैक क्या था कि इलेक्ट्रॉन अगर रिवॉल्व करेगा एनर्जी रिलीज करता रहेगा एंड रिलीज करते करते सारा एनर्जी रिलीज हो जाएगा, वो अल्टीमेटली न्यूक्लियस में गिर जाएगा. लेकिन नील्स बोर की थ्योरी में क्या कहा गया कि हर ऑर्बिट का एक खास एनर्जी होता है. He had given the formula also that you have to read in class 11. So Neils Bohr ने कहा कि हर रास्ते का एक फिक्स्ड अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी होता है एंड ये एनर्जी जो होता है वो फिक्स्ड है, वो कभी घटेगा या बढ़ेगा नहीं. इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करते टाइम वही एनर्जी के साथ रिवॉल्व करेगा, क्योंकि उस एनर्जी लेवल का उतना ही एनर्जी है, उस ऑर्बिट का उतना ही एनर्जी है, एंड एनर्जी रेडिएट वाली कोई बात यहाँ पे नहीं है। क्लियर? देन ही नेम्ड द ऑर्बिट एज K, L, M, N, and so on. First orbit is K, then L, then M, N, and so on. Got it? A से नहीं शुरू करना है, पहला ऑर्बिट का नाम K है. K shell is the first orbit, L is the second, M is the third, N is the fourth, and likewise. So he designated the orbit as K, L, M, N. So this is the two postulates of Neils Bohr. First is electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path in a discrete path called as orbit. Second is each and every orbit has a specific amount of energy and the orbits are named as K, L, M, N. Now the third postulate is last orbit will never contain more than 8 electrons. So always in the last orbit there will be maximum 8 electron. किसी भी एलिमेंट का जो लास्ट वाला, किसी भी एटम का जो लास्ट वाला ऑर्बिट है उसमें 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन से ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन कभी भी फिल नहीं होंगे. दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द पॉस्टुलेट. बाकी जितना भी हो, लेकिन आखिरी वाले रास्ते में 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन से ज्यादा फिल नहीं होंगे. नाउ वन मोर पोस्टुलेट इज देयर. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स fills in orbit in stepwise manner. Stepwise manner means the inner cell fill first, then the outer cell. पहले K सेल फिल हो जाएगा, तब एलिमेंट्स के जो एटम के इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो L में जाएंगे. L फिल हो जाएगा तब M में जाएंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि पहला K गया फिर L चला जाएगा. ठीक है? Means the electron fill in orbit in stepwise manner. So these are the 4 postulates of Neils Bohr which you have to remember because this will definitely come in your exam. First is electron revolve around the nucleus in discrete path called as orbit. Second is each orbit has a fixed amount of energy and orbit are designated as K, L, M, N. Third is last orbit will never contain more than 8 electrons. And the fourth one is electron fills in orbit in stepwise manner. Means inner orbit will fill first, then the outer orbit. So these are the postulates of Neils Bohr which is valid and which has no any drawback. So according to Neils Bohr, हाँ, और उस टाइम तक न्यूट्रॉन भी हमारा मिल चुका था. जेम्स चैडविक had discovered the neutrons. Already you know, I had discussed it in the first lecture. Neutron has having no charge and it is present in the central part. So then he said that ये हमारा structure होगा atoms का. ये different orbits होंगे. These are the orbits in which electron revolves. This is the nucleus which contains proton and electron. Proton and neutron, not electron. Proton and neutron. And this proton and neutron are together called as nucleon. Okay, proton and neutron are together called as nucleon. They are present in the nucleus and electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path called as orbit. So this is the theory given by Neils Bohr. Now I have already told you there are no any drawback of Neils Bohr model, but we have to study one more topic after this theory, that the distribution of electron in different orbit, that is also given by Neils Bohr. ये सब बताने के बाद एक रास्ते में कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन घूमेगा ये बात भी नील बोर ने ही बताई थी. सो उसको भी हम लोग पढ़ो. ठीक है? आई थिंक यू हैव कॉपीड आउट. ओके, आई एम जस्ट रेजिंग इट. orbit. So according to Neils Bohr, this rule gives us the idea that in each orbit how many electrons will be filled, where n is the number of orbit. As for example, in the first orbit is named as K shell or K orbit. K. Okay. In that orbit, how many electrons can be filled? 2 into 1 square, because the n is number of orbit. This is the first orbit. So at the place of n we write 1. 2 into 1 square, that is 2 electron. Then second orbit is L shell. Then we write 2 into 2 square, 8 electron. Then third orbit is M shell. 2 into 3 square, 18 electron. So likewise we fill the electron. In the first orbit, maximum 2 electrons can be accommodated. In the second, 8 electron. In the third, 18, and so on. So by this rule, we can find out how many electrons can be filled in each and every orbit. Now already 2 postulates are given for the distribution of electron. ये तो एक रूल हो गया. दूसरा रूल अभी हमने देखा था कि अगर वो आखिरी वाला रास्ता है तो उसमें 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन से ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता. Last orbit will always contain 8 electron or less than 8, not more than 8. And the third rule is electrons will be filled in the stepwise manner. Means the first orbit will be filled first, then second, then third, and then likewise we fill the electron. Got it? Now let's take one of the example of the elements for the distribution of electrons. ये रूल सबको समझ में आ गया होगा? Now I am giving you that if we see sodium. Sodium is having number of electron 11. It is having 11 electrons. So we have to arrange 11 electron in different orbits. Got it? So first we make the nucleus. Then this is the first orbit. So according to this rule, how many electrons can be filled in the first orbit? 2 electrons. So we show it by the circle. ठीक है? ये हमारा पहला इलेक्ट्रॉन है. हाँ, you try to place the electron at the maximum distance. ठीक है? तो यहाँ ये पहला ऑर्बिटल है. तो 11 में हमने 2 को अरेंज कर दिया. How many electrons are left? 9. Okay. Now I am making the second orbit. How many electrons can be filled in the second orbit? According to 2m square, it will be 8. So now fill this 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to maintain this distance. This distance should be equal. So in the second orbit, 8 electrons are filled. 2, 8, already 10. How many electrons are left? 1. 8 2 10 हो गए, एक ही बाकी है. So for that, we are going to make the third orbit. Okay. एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन में कहीं भी फिल कर दो. So this is the atomic structure of sodium. Okay. And this is having 3 orbit, K, L and M, and electron distribution 2, 8, 1. This electron distribution is also called as electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. So the electronic configuration of sodium is 2, 8, 1. Means in the first orbit it is 2, then 8, then 1. This is the electronic configuration. Clear? Similarly, I am going to make for the oxygen. Oxygen is having 8 electrons. Okay? So what we do? We first make the nucleus, then the first orbit. 8 electrons are there. So in the first orbit, only 2 electrons can be filled. Then we move to the second orbit. So it has 8, दो को हमने प्लेस कर दिया, बचा कितना 6, यानी सेकंड वाले में हमारा मैक्सिमम कैपेबिलिटी 8 की है, लेकिन हमारे पास बचा ही 6 है, तो हम सिर्फ 6 बिना फिल कर देंगे, 3 4 5 6। क्लियर? सो इट्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इज 2 6। Clear? So this is the distribution of electron in different orbit. So today we discussed about the Neils Bohr theory, which is a very important one, and the distribution of electron in different orbits. Hopefully you have understood it. If you are having any doubt, students, you can ask in the comment box. Just copy down the notes and try to write more and more configuration for the different elements. So students, this is enough for this lecture. Now in the next lecture, we'll discuss about the valence electron, valency and the other things. So till then, thank you so much.